And we have on the line Mrs. Merlene Watts Evans, chairman for the Independent City Primary School. Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Mr. Darby. I'm fine, thanks. I'm thankful I'm alive.
You are alive. Yes, we have to give
Yes.
thanks, But it sounds as if you're on the road working, you don't get a break for yourself. I don't understand you.
I'm at the service center servicing my car.
Lord, I must be nervous about that. If them don't give a good job, you let me know, because we have having challenges and I getting reports about those places that service people's cars. They don't do a good job
to be
sometimes.
honest, I usually come to Birds and I never had a problem yet. So I'm grateful. So let me give Birds a little free plug.
Free plug? I'm going to send advice to you. You're out of order. Listen, you're the chairman for the Independent City Primary School.
Yes, I am.
Now, this is not going to make you feel any better. But the challenges that you're having there is a national challenge, man. The society seems to be changing rapidly. And it's getting worse. As people would say, it'll get worse. And I think I know what needs to be done. But the whole society needs to be restructured. Re-socialized. That's how students need to be told and instructed that when you go to school, you don't run things. The school run the show. But somehow these students feel as if they're running things. They go to school at the time they do what they want to do. They abuse teachers. And they seem to get away with it. We need to go back to the days when principals and teachers were in charge. Now, give us the background to your school now as to what has been happening. Because I know that your teachers were off duty, I think, for a day or two.
Well, to be honest, I became the chairman of the board in 2016.
Yes.
When I became the chairman, we had 2 guidance counselors at the school with a population of 700 students. However, somewhere along the line around 2018, 2019 or thereabouts, the senior guidance counselor retired.
Right.
Leaving us with 1 guidance counselor. We have been doing interviews. We did interviews and we did employ someone. But we did not keep her because what we were looking for, we did not find it in that person. And you know how the school system operates. You know we work by that archaic document, the 1980 regulation. So if you don't deal with the situation at a particular time, you're stuck. So
yes, I know. You have to follow some serious procedures if you want to correct that situation. Quite aware of that.
So the interviews continued. However, the other guidance counselor went on leave, long leave. So we employed 2 guidance counselors. One to fill the vacancy from the retirement of the senior guidance counselor, and the other for the temporary position for the guidance counselor went on leave. That was in September, I believe, we employed the person. I got a call from the regional director somewhere in October, I think, or it could have been November, I'm not so certain, that the person we employed, we had no authority to employ that person, and she's advising me to tell the person if she does not leave and go back to her substantive post somewhere else, she will not be paid, and it will also affect her pension. Hence, I had to ask the lady to leave. Remember, when I'm in the school, I'm acting as the Minister of Education, as the chairman of the school board.
Yes.
So long as the education minister is not there, then I am a representative.
Right.
And I have to send out the person. No, as I said to you earlier, we had a population of 700 students.
So, by the way, why she said you have no authority? I'm trying to figure on what basis.
I don't know. To this, I don't know.
Let me ask you, did she speak to you or did she write to the board?
No, I have not gotten any letter from anybody. No, nobody.
Listen,
so
I'm going to use very strong language that some persons don't like it, I have been telling people that what we're having in Jamaica is a butcherization of the system. We cuss off the colonial days and we're trying to get rid of Mrs. Queen and Mr. King now. But there are certain things that we cannot afford to get off. If, for example, you employ someone, the board employs somebody, you're acting on behalf of the ministry, and the person who's employed should not be penalized. Now, if you have contravened the regulations, then I expect a letter to come from the appropriate ministry identifying and saying to you, to the board, not to you personally, to the board, you are in breach of section so and so of the act, or because that post has not been authorized, you can do so and so, and you'll have to revert to what happened before. This word of mouth thing is a sort of, that's why the whole system stands. So you know,
a great Jamaican say a bootu in a Benz is still a bootu.
Lord have mercy. Then somebody going to say it's butchery. You know, where have we lost that kind of thing? And let me tell you something. These things has nothing to do with colonialism. This has to do with proper procedures of documentation. Right? You know, you are telling me, and I'm taking your word for it, that you do not have the board does not have a written document from the education.
No, it was a word of mouth.
My God. And you sorry for you because you're good for she never tell you so?
Informal. However, I started now to document.
Yes.
Because I know it is a decent thing to do, so I started to write. I wrote the regional director, having gotten no response. I wrote the minister, permanent secretary, senior education, chief education officer. To date, I have not been responded to any letter of my correspondence. I wrote email and I write letter and sent and deliver to the ministry. I have got.
Let me ask you, when that letter was hand delivered, did that person have a book?
Signed for it.
You have a copy of it?
Yes, I have all my correspondence.
So you're very colonial come to think of it. You're old fashioned.
Because I know it's the right thing to do.
Yes.
As I said, I don't want you to forget. I said we had a population of 700 students.
Right.
Now the school has evolved. We have now 1,161 students enrolled. Mr. Darby, needless for me to tell, there are some things I will not discuss in public. I will only discuss in closed doors. What is happening since COVID-19 with our children, the time they spent at home, I'm sorry to say, but we have had the return, it is grave from COVID. So we are having...
I couldn't blame poor COVID, you know. COVID do a lot of good, you know. The society is just deteriorating.
There is a lot of good from COVID, but
yes,
the behavioral problem of our students, you know, it is something that we have to be deal with on a daily basis.
Yes.
No, the one guidance counselor is not cutting it. It's not cutting it. I must emphasize, I am not an executive chair. And I have to be at school every day of the week practically. And on the weekends.
Doing what?
Because I have to be sitting in at times to drop in for the principal when she went sometimes from the other day. Because we have this one guidance counselor and children having issues, especially at the bus stop.
Yes.
And parents, this one guidance counselor cannot spread to deal with all the issues. So parents start to go to the police to get redress. So almost every day a police is on campus.
Well, to tell you the truth, you know, with what is happening in our schools, you know, I don't think teachers can handle it. There are teachers and not police officers and security guards. So,
you know,
and I'm going to tell you something. Some of those children need to be removed from the classrooms. And they should be asking you where must put them. When a youngster is a criminal, a school is not a place for a young criminal. Simple as that.
Well, I am saying that police on campus, when police on campus, principal call, Madam Chair, you have the time, can you run over for me? My office is empty. We are short on teachers. We are probably 5 or so teachers short. So you can imagine what is happening at school. Because remember...
No, I don't have to imagine. But then you see, my understanding from some good sources is that they're saying that the position, one position was approved, but the second position was not for the guidance counselor, and the person was employed. Now, I don't know if you were...
I want you to understand, but yes. I'm going to bring you back to that.
Yes.
As I said, and I continue to say, we had 2 guidance counselors.
Right.
One retire. We did fill the vacancy before. So it's nothing new. So what I believe happened is that the person's position was reverted to another school.
No, don't assume. No, don't assume that one. Hold that one.
Well,
But hold on. Let me just get it clear. So what you're saying then, one guidance counselor retired, and you
Right.
fill that position, right?
and I filled that vacancy.
Now, I am getting from sources now that another guidance counselor was taken on, and that post was not approved.
No, but you're not still understand what I'm saying.
No, I'm just telling you what the position is, you know.
Had 2 guidance. When I took over the school in 2016 as chairman of the board,
Yes.
we had 2 guidance.
No, I'm saying to you that its sources are saying that only one guidance counselor was
I am
approved.
trying for you to understand. With a population of
No, man, that I understand, you know. Hold on, that I understand. Hold on. I understand very clearly. I'm looking at what exists. Now, what
I
happened?
know it doesn't matter what people are saying. I'm saying to you, the vacancy exists because we had 2 guidance counselors with one.
No,
with
hold
700 students.
on. You have to follow. I'm telling you, I'm getting it from good source. What they are saying is that one guidance counselor was approved. Some board was there. Hold on. That seemed to have to be before you took over. Another guidance counselor was taken on. Now, what is no? Hold on. Yes, I am understanding you very well. And another guidance counselor, you were not there then. Another guidance counselor was taken on, and what is being said by that source is that second person taken on was not approved. So when you came on, you saw 2 guidance counselors.
Yes, in 2016 we had 2 guidance
Right.
counselors.
Hold on.
700 students.
Hold on. The summer students is neither here nor there now. So what happened? You being a logical person, you see 2 guidance counselors. Therefore, you need 2 now. Now,
To be honest, I need more than 2.
right. No, we're not touching on that one. We're going step by step. Now, if they're blaming somebody for appointing a guidance counselor without proper approval, because you know any position that you have in a school, even though you are right in that they say of 1 to 500 students, one guidance counselor, I did another one, it was not approved. That's before you took over. But the fact is, if it was not approved, how it is that 2 guidance counselors were being paid?
Can I say something to
Yes.
you? Whenever we advertise for guidance counselor and when we are doing interview shortlisting, somebody from the Ministry of Education, the guidance department would be at the interview, would be at the shortlisting. And when we interview, we have the senior guidance counselor from the Ministry of Education or his or her representative to be present at the interview.
Good. Now what you're doing,
Nothing on our own.
no, what you're doing, you're endorsing the point I'm making. That's what I'm telling you, I understand very, very well. So, what you're giving me now is additional information. The fact is, if a position was not approved and you employed somebody, then in the first place, the ministry should not have been paying that person. Because in order for a person to be paid, the position must be approved.
Thank you.
It means, therefore, you're paying 2 guidance counselors when the position for one was not approved. It means, therefore, it cannot be the fault of the board. Because you went there, you saw 2, so you'd have assumed that the 2 positions were approved. So the ministry has a problem there. And the minister and the permanent secretary now will have to investigate that. My strong suggestion that since you have 1,000 and there's a problem, that they don't have a choice. They just have to get another one and get it approved.
Well, we have 1,161 students enrolled as we speak and 1 guidance counselor. The teachers are tired because they have to be the teaching. To be honest,
right, but I'm advising you, if you follow me, you must walk things through. You see, I understand the emotional aspect of it, but the ministry will throw the bureaucracy that has to be followed. Now, because the impression could be given that you did not comply with the board. Let's say you, I mean whichever board. But the fact is, if the ministry went along with the appointment, paid the salary, then they're at fault. So the ministry now has a responsibility to regularize that problem and not to throw it back at you.
well, what I understand the ratio is one guidance counselor to 5.
No, man, you don't have to go that. We know that already, I'm just saying I'm looking at what
Okay.
is happening now. We know
So
that.
probably what they will have to do is to go to a school with under 500 students.
No, 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 no. That's not
Guidance
your
counselor.
problem. No, 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 no.
Well, I'm just making
No,
suggestions
no, no, no,
because we
no. They
always have to make
probably will
suggestions.
tell you that they don't need your suggestion. You see. So you have a school to run. You're a chairman of a
I have
board.
a school to run
Yes.
until such time.
Yes.
I am the chairman of the school board, and I will do what is best in the interest of the students. The first priority is to our students.
Yes, exactly.
Nobody else. Our students first. And I heard somebody making a statement on behalf of the minister on radio this morning, and she's saying exactly what I'm saying. Our children need to be developed holistically, not just book learning, but holistically. So I have, as the chairman of the school board, I have a responsibility.
Right. Let me ask you, the teachers, have they gone back to work?
Yes, they are back at work. It's not to punish the students.
Just to make a point.
Students are not being punished.
Okay.
But remember, if the situation is not addressed, I was informed that they'll take it one day at a time.
So it now becomes an industrial matter, and I understand that the JTA.
No, it's not. It's not an industrial matter at this time. Teachers are back at school.
No, I'm saying to you. Just me, you say I don't understand. Don't worry, I've done plenty checks and followed. What it is now becoming an industrial matter because the teachers I will tell you my sources, they are suffering from depression because they can't cope. Therefore, that is classified in HR matters that the hygiene factor is not very good, and where any factor will impede or impact negatively on the ability of the teachers to do their jobs, then you never can tell they might take industrial action. So I'm putting it to you right now that it seems to be an industrial challenge. It has not been resolved. And also that the JTA head is aware of the problem. That's Mrs. Lasagna Harrison is also aware.
She is aware.
So it is not your... No, I'm telling you, So I do my check. So and there's a reason I'm telling you this too. So it is not a matter of the chairman of the board now. So
this is beyond me, and I did not send the teachers off. Contrary to somebody who called me yesterday to ask why I closed the school, and I said I do not have the authority to close a school. All I am doing is in solidarity with the school, with the teachers, as it relates to our children. Our children, they are the future, and they are of paramount importance. And I will do what is in my power to assist our students.
So hold on, let me ask you somebody called you to accuse you of closing the school?
Yes. Ask me, why did you close it?
Hold on. A ministry official?
Yes, high official.
No, man.
I won't go any further.
That the person need to go back to school. No, man. And
why did I close the school?
Hold on.
Authority.
No, I am no lawyer, but God bless I talk to no lawyer. You should have just simply asked, where did you get that information from?
And the thing about it is when up to last week when I wrote to the person to say the teachers are restive. I can't hold strain any longer.
Let me tell you what is happening, This little booger yaga approach of running the system cannot work. Somebody can't just call and tell you, so why you close the school?
Why
that is brutal behavior. You can't do that. You are chairman of a board. They must call in a respectful manner. And how much million them pay a month, by the way?
Pardon?
How much million them pay a month?
I do not get a stipend.
Exactly. So we must at least treat people with respect. You don't know if you have closed it. Now I must tell you, the minister is also aware. And Marky, I must tell you, it's not good for the minister to be getting involved in all these things. So I hope the technocrats at the ministry will clean up. And I've said it on this program many times, that the technocrats in many government departments, many times that we blame the politicians, is the technocrats who don't have a clue as to what they're doing. And we know the history of the Ministry of Education. And political appointees get blamed, probably because they make use of the system. But civil servants, them run things, they have a permanent secretary. And
I should take this opportunity to invite you to my school campus, where everybody comes to the campus, asks if it's a prep school. We say, no, it's a government prep. I must invite you to the Independent City Primary School campus for you to look around and to see what we're doing there.
All right, because just talking to you seem to be get the money, you seem to be very aggressive in doing what you're doing.
It's a lot of hard work, but
Yes.
when you see the result, it is pleasing to the eye.
All right, I need to
Very
have you
good.
again because I don't know you.
Thank you for
I've
the
never met
forum.
you, but I must tell you that you seem to be a leader and an unusual person. What do you do otherwise?
I'm a trained social worker. I'm retired.
I
I'm a
lie you
justice
tell
of the
about you
peace.
retired. You won't say me about you retired. And therefore, when we have persons like you who still continue to contribute, we must treat you with
Well,
respect.
give me an opportunity to ask the Prime Minister if he could intervene because I know the children.
No, sir.
They
No,
are
sir. The Prime
paramount to
Minister
me.
should not intervene in this, sir.
So
Yeah.
I will beg of the Prime Minister. Mr. Prime Minister, I'm asking for your intervention. The Independent City Primary School, we need one more guidance, at least one more guidance council at this time. And if you would call me, I would give you some of the things that I can't speak on air. I thank you.
I'm not going to charge you for that, you know. Anyway, I have to have you back again. You know. I love your spirit, you know. I really love your spirit. Merlene Watts Evans, Chairman, Independent City Primary School, tell me that she has retired. Retired, I shall work hard same way. You have a wonderful
All the
day.
best.
Take
You
care
have a
and
good day.
keep me abreast of what is happening, you see. And keep that spirit say because same way because you don't have you have no retired spirit in you. Take care.
All right.
All right, gonna go for the break. You're listening to Redeem FM. This is the People's Program. Spot on.